What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have an exciting video for you guys because it's the first time that I'm gonna be featuring Kjaer Weis on my channel. Kjaer Weis is a brand that I've always looked at and always wanted, but unfortunately it was never in my budget. But the nice part of this video is that everything you see here, everything is PR. I actually won last year, December 2022, I won a year's worth of PR from the brand, from Kjaer Weis itself. For those of you that are completely new to Kjaer Weis, some key things you need to know is this is an organic luxury beauty brand set up by Kjaer Weis. So that's where the name, of course, comes from. Originates from Denmark, and they came out with so many goodies. I think they're most known for a lot of their cream-based products, and I definitely have some good ones to show for you guys here. Now, I don't have a full face of Kjaer Weis. I'm showing you everything that I got from PR from them this year. So I'm close to a full face, but I'm just very excited. So let's just get started. By the way, a little disclaimer, just because I got everything from PR doesn't mean that I'm going to be completely biased and say everything is good. There are definitely some hits and some misses in here. I'm going to link everything down below, and I'm going to try my best to explain why I like or not like something. So first off, I got a serum from them. This was an expensive daddy because I saw on the website that this one cost 80 euros. Ooh! So this is the beautiful hydration serum. It comes in this beautiful glass dropper. I love that the glass is matted. On the website, it says that it's a richly textured serum that feels feather light on the skin. Powerful in a combination of hyaluronic acid, of course, a very, very popular product right now, polyglutamic acid for an intense hydration boost. It should be a velvet touch finish, and it feels impossibly smooth and soft. Now, if you actually take the dropper out, you definitely see it's very runny, but it has that body to it that most serums do have. And it sinks into the skin relatively fast. It looks very hydrated. It makes my skin look very elastic and soft, a little bit of sheen, and it definitely ends up being a velvety finish. So it actually feels very beautiful on the skin. Unfortunately, a product like this, because of the amount of hyaluronic acid in here, I've had this before with a lot of hyaluronic acid. It doesn't jive well with my combo normal to oily skin. This one underneath makeup, for me, it starts pilling like a crazy person. So I would recommend this to someone that has very dry skin. So I'm going to give this one to my mom. I think she's gonna get some good use out of it. My mom isn't an avid makeup wearer, and I actually think that she will enjoy a product like this. She has really dry skin, she has mature skin. So I'm hoping that this will work for her. But in case you're still interested in it, it has 30 ml in here, a 6-month shelf life, and I'll put the ingredient list right here. And the last product that I got in PR is this. So this is the eyebrow pencil. They recently came out with these beautiful brow pencils. There's 3 shades, and I have been using this eyebrow pencil for, I think, about a month or so, like whenever this came out. So let's just start with the packaging first. The packaging is very simple. It is a pencil, so not a retractable pen-like thing, but something that you sharpen. There is a beautiful lid on top with the Kjaer Weis chrome, which I really like. And at the other side, there's plastic, and you see the spoolie, which is attached. What I like about this packaging is that you always know which side is the spoolie side and which side is the pencil side, which, for example, with my Gucci pencil, I sometimes still struggle with that when I'm in a rush, for example, but this one I never mess up. So the 3 shades that they send me is blonde, which says it's for blonde hair, red hair, or light gray hair. You got medium brown, which is for warm, soft brunette or dark gray hair, or you have dark brown, black hair, the deep brown shade. I always wear the deep brown shade. Now this one, compared to, for example, my Gucci pencil, it acts a little bit more like those retractable like eyebrow pencils in terms of how it applies. It applies, I think, more waxy than, for example, this one by Gucci, which is definitely, oh, see, I just did it, which is definitely way more of a powder pencil finish. It's still a very tough formula, so it's easy to sharpen, easy to take with you, and I actually really like it. I think in terms of color, my Gucci pencil is the shade Brune, which is more of a taupey shade, so more neutral compared to the Kjaer Weis one. The Kjaer Weis ones, I think all of them run very warm in my opinion. With that said, I think it's a great eyebrow pencil. I don't mind the way that this looks. It applies really easily. I like the applicator, and I would recommend this if you're looking for an organic, luxury, kind of clean beauty option, for lack of better terms. I actually think that this is a really good pencil to own. It has an 18-month shelf life and it's made in Italy, and personally I have been really enjoying it. They launched 4 shades of the cream bronzers and they gifted me 2. I also got both of the types of packaging that they have. So they have the iconic edition packaging, which is of course the aluminum, and this one you kind of swivel you swivel open. Whereas the other one, which is the red packaging, this is more the cardboard type of refillable packaging. This one is very lightweight, definitely more for traveling if you don't want to have it to be too heavy. But personally, I'm a big fan of the aluminum packaging. It just makes for a more of an experience. There's a huge difference though if you buy the iconic edition with the bronzer, it's 52 euros. Whereas if you buy the red edition, it's 40 euros together with the bronzer, and the bronzer refill is 32 euros. So out of the 4 shades that they have, they gifted me 2 shades, and one of them I've been using as a contour, which is the darker shade, which is this one. I believe this one is called Delight, and this is a neutral medium brown shade. This is a beautiful contour color on me, and one I haven't been able to put down. When you first go into this, it actually feels really hard, like it feels sturdy, but the moment you warm it up with your finger, it becomes way more emollient. Then the other shade that they sent me is a lighter shade, and I believe this one is called Riveting. This is a golden tan shade, and this one is more of a bronzer color in my opinion. They are kind of prone to that sweating, if you know what I mean, so they are creams through and through, but I do really like the formulation of these. I think the moment I put it on my skin, you definitely see there's a huge difference in shade, so that's really nice to see that there is a good shade jump first of all, and one of them is definitely more golden, more of a bronzer color, more of that sun-kissed, whereas the other one definitely leans more neutral and gives me a bit of that structure back into the face like a contour. They blend it out pretty well. They are stiffer in a formula, and they're kind of reminding me of the Big Bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury, which also has that stiffness, but the moment you start warming it up with your finger, you actually see how emollient it can be and how easy to apply. This one applied beautifully. Personally, I don't think this looks muddy in any way, sense of the word, and gives me a very beautiful skin-like finish with that sun-kissed glow. This one I would definitely recommend. And if their cream blushes are anything like these, then I 100% would like to buy some of the cream blushes as well, because I've been really enjoying these. For the holiday collections, they did launch a mini face palette. This is the Signature Glow palette. I was pretty excited about this one, guys, because here you have a cheek product and you have 2 eyeshadow products. This one comes in this beautiful black packaging, like the red packaging, but then black, but the same texture. And it has one of these like inserts. I don't know, it goes halfway, but it makes it just, I don't know, it's a really nice experience. So this is a limited edition face palette. This has 2 eye shades. It has a luminescence cream eyeshadow and a golden cream eyeshadow. And there's one cheek product in here, which is Cream Glow. The cheek product to me kind of acted like a blush in my opinion, so that's why I also didn't decide to buy a blush. I wanted to use this entire palette. First, go into this cheek product. So I believe this is sort of like a hybrid of blush slash highlighter for my skin tone. It's in the shade Rose Gold, so it's that pure rose gold and gives me a very faint hint of color and a lot of beautiful like natural highlight. I'm not a huge highlight person. I like these kind of blush toppers type of things. And the moment I went into it, it immediately reminded me of something that I have in my collection, which is of course my Peau de Santé by Westman Atelier. I even showed a little demo in the B-roll where I compared them side by side, and this one is a little bit darker than Peau de Santé. Peau de Santé is a highlight for me with a very sheer amount of color, whereas this one I can definitely use use as a very lightweight blush, and it looks beautiful. My skin looks healthy. I feel pretty. Like it's such a pretty shade in my opinion, and great for their winter time. And it does give you that really beautiful glow. I'm a huge one and done shadow lover. So you can imagine that when these came around, I was like, okay, well, I cannot wait to try some of these eye shades. One of them is more of a shimmer. It's completely transparent and it only has a few glitter reflex, which is the luminescence shade. And the other one is sort of like a gold shade, but it's very faint and more of a metallic. So I didn't really know how to start. I decided to go into like one eye each, so one eye with the golden shade and one eye luminescence, kind of make you see what the difference between them is, and both of them are just very, very faint, very fair. So I think maybe if you're someone that doesn't want a lot on the eyelids, but you do want a glossy eye, you think you might like this. Now here's the thing with these. This is the first time that I'm using them, and I'll tell you right now, if you look at my eyes, you see that? They are creasing. Oh my goodness, you see this? So these make me insecure as hell. I did decide to layer them, so maybe I'm using a bit too much on the eyes, but I have very oily eyelids. I've also become very lazy. I don't really feel like I want to prime my eyelids all the time. I want to like use a great eye product, get out the door, and just know that it will last me the entire day. Unfortunately, with these cream shadows for oily eyelids, to be honest, for anyone but dry eyelids, I think they're just a little bit too creamy. They want to sink in your lines. Like, I feel like they're responding to the heat of my body. You know what I mean? And like, I'm warm-blooded. Like, I'm not cold. So unfortunately, both in pigment and in wear time, they're not really impressing me. And it's a no for me. So yeah, I'm so sorry. As much as I enjoy like a limited edition face palette or glow palette, and I think it looks stunning, I struggle with the eyeshadows. They're just not for me. I think there is a customer out there that will love these. No hooded or textured eyelids, preferably not like oily eyelids. And you can get a very beautiful glossy eye out of these. But the person that this is for is unfortunately not me. Then finally, I want to feature the lip products that I got this year. They actually launched tinted lip balms. They gave me a separate case for each and every single one of them. Now this is a refillable case. You could actually like take it out, put it back in again. It's a twist up. It feels luxe. It also comes in that beautiful Kjaer Weis packaging. I'm a sucker for the chrome packaging. I'm more into that. I like the weightiness. I like the fact that it feels luxurious. And they came out with 6 different shades of the tinted lip balms. Originally, I was like, I don't know if I want to feature or at least show you guys every single one of them, like my poor lips. But at some point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna do it right. I wanna show you guys all the lips swatches. So that's what I did. The shades that I have are translucent. So this is just a very clear shade. You got Gracious, which is a sheer flush of petal pink. Empower is a sheer flush of bright hot pink. Romance, which is a coral. Lover's Choice, which is a sheer flush of deep red. And you got KW Red, my favorite, a sheer flush of universally flattering classic red with cool undertones. This should be a moisturizing tinted lip balm that gives you a buttery soft 24-hour hydration and a sheer flush of color, created with certified organic ingredients and natural actives. It's incredibly sheer. I still have some of the swatches right here. So the deepest shade, which is the one that I'm wearing, this is as deep as it goes. So in terms of pigmentation, it's not going to be the most pigmented. They feel like a lip balm, like a classic lip balm. They also smell a certain way. Like they smell like, you know, when you're running around in a meadow. I know it sounds so ethereal, but like go with me here. But you smell a lot of like fresh herbs. That's, I don't know, that's what this smells like. So it's giving me like flashbacks of like meadows that I've run in. For someone that has incredibly dry lips, I like a lip balm sometimes to just slap on and go about my day. And I like that it's not too pigmented, because then at least I don't have to think about like having a lip liner, making like really strong lip lines. I wish that the darker shades were a little bit more pigmented for if I wanted this formula, but then have a little bit more of a bold lip. Because imagine with someone with a lot of lip color, I don't know if this will work for them. So if you have a lot of color, like a lot of pigment of yourself in your own lips, I don't know if this will work for you. Another thing that I kind of struggle with these is that they're not, like, you see my texture, they're not texture like, you know, they're not covering any of my texture. So although they do feel very nourishing, they feel buttery, they feel like my lips are protected from extreme cold, for example, I don't think they're the most flattering, especially when you go into the deeper colors for my skin. This is everything that I got this year from Kjaer Weis. There's some amazing products in here that I've been really enjoying, and some stuff that's just not for me. I've been really enjoying the bronzers. If you can find a color for you guys in there, I'm a huge sucker for this color if you're looking for a great contour color. And I'm also a huge sucker of this packaging. So this color, which is the shade Delights, which is a neutral medium brown. I think this one, a lot of you guys will enjoy. It's beautiful, neutral. It blends out beautifully. It warms up nice to your fingers. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the bronzer. So that's one thing that I would recommend. If you're into eyebrow pencils, this one is actually a really good eyebrow pencil. Been really enjoying it. If you're looking for a cooler toned shade than the one that I'm wearing today, I would go for the Gucci Brun shade. But if you are a bit warmer in tone, you have a bit warmer hair, these run a little warm and they look pretty good. This one reminds me a lot of the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight in Peau de Santé. This entire palette is 70 euros. So this entire palette is cheaper than a Super Loaded Tinted Highlight. Like, wish I loved, or I could love on this a little bit more, but I do really like this one. So in the future, I might actually rehouse this one in one of the Kjaer Weis like bronzer compacts, because I feel like you can, right? Like, these should be the same shape. So yeah, you can actually, I can rehouse these. But I do like having this bigger like face palette idea. I don't know what to do with these yet, but I'll make it work. I do like the compact of this one. Okay guys, so that was my entire phase of Kjaer Weis. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and if you did like this one, please make sure to thumbs it up. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Kjaer Weis as a brand. Have you heard of it? Have you tried anything? Do I need to try more of this brand? So unfortunately, by next year, I'm not going to be on their PR list anymore. But again, I want to thank Kjaer Weis so much for sending me all of these goodies. I hope I did your products justice. Now, I am an honest channel. So unfortunately, not everything worked for me, but hopefully you can still appreciate this review if you are watching Kjaer Weis. And once again, thank you all so much for this opportunity for me to be able to review these beautiful products. Guys, subscribe to my channel if you liked this video and you liked the brands that I was talking about, Westman Atelier, Victoria Beckham Beauty, you know what, Kjaer Weis. If you like these type of brands, you can dive into the rabbit hole with me. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask those questions down below. I'll try to answer them the best way that I can. And I want to wish you guys all a very beautiful and happy and healthy day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.